Hi friends, good day. In the last class, we have seen the accounting treatment, that is how to write entries in the books of branch account, in the books of head office for stock and debtors method. Today we work out one problem which we are having the material. Bombay Traders Limited sends goods to its Madras branch at a cost plus 25%. The following particulars are available in the respect of branch for the year ended 31st March 15. Goods sent to branch at a price that is invoice 12 lakhs. Loss in transit at invoice price. Pilferage at invoice price. Sales closing stock at branch at cost to branch. Cost to branch is nothing but invoice price. Just a minute. Closing stock at branch at cost to branch is nothing but invoice price. Branch expenses recovered from insurance company against loss in transit. So ledger accounts in the head office books for branch stock account, goods sent to branch account, branch adjustment account, branch P&L account. So before I start telling about this, I told you in the last class, I'll be giving an example how the branch adjustment account can give you a profit. So for this purpose, I'm giving an example where branch stock account I'm recording just to explain you how the profit it can be reflected. So for example, opening stock, let me take an example. Cost price is 10 rupees per unit. Invoice price say 15 rupees per unit. Okay, let me take opening stock. Let me take example opening stock. There are 20 units. 20 units because branch stock I told you recorded by invoice price. 20 units into 15. 300 rupees. Now goods sent to branch. Let us say 100 units. Into 15. 1500. Let us take sales as 80 units into invoice price 1200. Let us take closing stock 20 plus 100 120 units minus 80 40 units. 40 units into 15. How much it is? 600. Now branch stock, can you get profit or loss? No, because everything is has been recorded at invoice price. Everything is recorded cost price or everything is recorded invoice price, you won't be getting the profit. Now to find out the profit, I've given you in the last class that we need to prepare branch adjustment account. You need to prepare branch adjustment account. Branch adjustment account, I told you, opening stock loading will appear on the credit side. What is the loading? 15 minus 10, 5 rupees is loading, no? So buy stock reserve 20 units into 5 rupees 100. Loading on goods sent to branch 100 into 5 500. Then here to stock reserve loading on closing stock 40 units, no? 40 units into 50 rupees 200, 100 plus 5 600, 600 minus 200, 400 is profit, no? Gross profit carried on. Even you can, without doing anything, you can find. Tell me what is profit? 5 rupees, no? 80 into 5 400, no? Okay, if you do the same problem by final accounts method, trading account, opening stock at cost price, opening stock at cost price, tell me how many units? 20 units into 10, 20 into 10, 200. So goods sent to branch at cost price, how many units? 100 units into 10 rupees, 1000. Sales at selling price, 80 into 15, 1200. By closing stock, this is final accounts method. We are also comparing 40 into cost price 10, 400, 1200 plus 400, 1600, 1600 minus 1200, 400. What is gross profit carried on? 400. When I am explaining this, something is reminding you, know, that we have learned somewhere. Last class I have told you, I have given a hint to you, which is nothing but memorandum stock account and markup account. That memorandum stock account is like branch stock, branch adjustment is like markup account. So then everything is recorded invoice price, so that closing stock immediately first hand information. Okay, if I sell this closing stock as and today I am getting 600. This confidence you'll be getting. That is, I am recording at invoice price. So to get the profit, we are only taking the loading on opening stock, loading on closing stock, loading on goods sent to branch. Clear to all of you? So today we have seen, by preparing trading account, whatever the profit you are getting, same profit we can get through branch adjustment. So we are splitting, in other words, trading account we are splitting into two parts: branch stock account and branch adjustment account. This is just example to illustrate you the concept of the stock and debtors method. I have given one example for you to understand, right? So now let me take you to the solution part of it, the problem part of it rather. So the Bombay trader sends goods to its Madras branch at cost plus 25. So I need to, because every information is at opening stock at branch to at cost to branch is nothing but invoice price, cost to branch is nothing but selling price for head office. So everything is at invoice price, but percentage has been get cost price. So I can write 1/4 of CP is equal to 1/5 of IP, invoice price, or SP. Opening stock at branch at cost to branch, invoice price. So this will be taken initially to where? Branch stock account, which side? Debit side. Goods sent to branch, branch stock, debit side. Loss in transit at invoice price, branch stock, credit side. Proliferage at invoice price. Proliferage means misappropriation, theft or something like that. Branch stock account, credit side. Sales, branch stock account, credit side. Closing stock, branch stock account, credit side. Branch expenses, P&L account. Received from insurance company as given against loss in transit. The amount that is not received is debited to branch P&L account. Okay, so this is what you have to do. First I am opening which account? Branch stock account. This is for you to remember. I am writing stock and debtors method. Stock and debtors method. Is asking us to open first which account is asking us to open? Branch stock account. Examination, don't write stock and data. It is for you to understand. I am writing in the books of head office. IP means at invoice price. Opening stock at branch. I'm writing to balance brought down. Here I have written, but again to explain you, I'm writing invoice price. Goods sent to branch 12 lakhs. Loss in transit at invoice price. It will be taken to credit side. This, if you want, you can split the difference between cost price and invoice price, or simple, you write invoice price, the difference directly loading effect we can take there. The loss in transit, 15,000. Leverage at invoice, sales 12 lakh 19,000. Then closing stock 40,000 at branch. At cost to branch is nothing but it is invoice price for head office, cost price for branch. Sometimes they won't be giving the closing stock, that will become balancing figure, or they won't be giving the opening stock, that is the balancing. So it has to be equal. When everything has been taken, it has to be equal. 12 lakhs 80,000. So 12 lakh 19 plus 40. Let me count from 15 plus 6, how much? 21,000 plus 12 lakh 19,000 plus 40,000. It is coming to 12 lakhs 80,000. That means the branch stock account won't be giving you profit or loss. Next, which account is asking you to open goods sent to branch account? So the first entry here we have written branch stock to goods sent to branch. In goods sent to branch, just like consignment, my dear friend, consignment to goods sent on consignment. In goods sent on consignment, we use trade by consignment. But is branch stock we are writing. Branch stock, what is the amount? Tell me. 12 lakhs. You know how to remove the loading effect. Goods sent to branch account at R2, branch adjustment, no? Loading. I've already given 1 by 4th is 1 by 5. 12 lakhs into 1 by 5. You're getting 2 lakh 40,000. 2 lakh 40,000. Now the difference is transferred to, as I told you, you can transfer to purchase account or trading account. Balancing figure. 12 lakhs minus 2 lakh 40,000. You're getting 9 lakh 60,000. So this is goods sent to branch account. Third account which is asking us to open is branch adjustment account. I told you loading on this, loading on this, loading on this, loading on this, loading on this. All these loadings will be taken to where? Branch branch adjustment account. Okay, now let us look at here. An opening stock loading will be taken to which side? Credit side. Why stock reserve? Loading on opening stock. What is opening stock? 80,000. 80,000 into 1 by 5. 15,000. This is the loading on opening stock. Next, By goods sent to branch, loading. Already I have done loading for this. By goods sent to branch, already I've given the entry here. Goods sent to branch adjustment, How much you got loading effect? 12 lakhs into 1 by 5. 2,40,000. No? What is the value? Tell me. 12 lakhs into 1 by 5. 2,40,000. Next. We have to go for loading on now. 3 items we are having on the credit side. Loading on loss in transit, loading on pilferage. Or both can be taken and treated as abnormal loss. Loss in transit, loading. Check loading. 15,000 into 1 by 5. It is coming to 3,000 rupees. Next. Loading on pilferage. Loading on pilferage. Let us look at the pilferage. Pilferage 6,000. 6,000 into 1 by 5. 1,200. Stock reserve. Loading on closing stock. What is closing stock given here? 40,000. One by 5. 8,000. We can find out the profit or loss. 2,40,000 plus 2,40,000 plus 16. Loading on closing stock has been completed. 16,000 plus 2,40,000. It is coming to 2,56,000. So 2,56,000 minus 2,56,000 minus 2,40,000. Lakh 50, 2,56,000 minus 3,000 minus 1,200 minus 8,000 is equal to, you are getting a profit of 2,43,800. Transfer to branch P&L account. The next fourth account, branch P&L account, we need to open. You can see the entry. Branch adjustment account data to gross profit carried on, that is transferred to which account? Branch P&L account. So by branch adjustment account. Gross profit transferred 2,43,800. Then we are having loss in transit account we have opened, no? Now loss in transit claim not admitted will be debited. So for this, what I do, working notes, loss in transit account transfer to P&L account. Loss in transit account transfer to P&L account. So first here I am writing invoice price of loss in transit. I think it has been given as 15,000. Less loading. See, whenever you want to lodge a claim, whenever you want to compare, or whenever you want to lodge a claim, it is to be at cost price only, no? So cost price of loss in transit. Insurance company won't accept when you inflate it. So even for accounting purpose also, it should be taken at cost price comparison. And what is the amount that is being received from the insurance company? 10,000. Claim admit. Recovered from insurance company. Claim received from insurance company, 10,000. Therefore, claim not admitted to branch P&L account. 2,000. Working notes number 1 I am writing. Next, privilege loss. Privilege loss, there is no compensation, there is no insurance policy. Privilege loss transferred to branch P&L account. You can see invoice price of proliferage is how much? 6,000. Minus loading. Okay, 4,500. Proliferage loss debited to branch P&L account is 4,800. So now these two things will be taken to here, branch P&L account. Loss in transit, working notes number to proliferage. Working notes number 2. Working notes 1, 2,000 we got, I think here 4,800. You can see that 2,000 and 4,800. Okay. Then we are also having some branch expense, 60,000. So branch expenses is how much? 60,000. Now coming back to this, the total is that 2,43,800 2,43,800 minus 1,800 minus 60,000. You are getting a profit of 1,77,000. Profit carried on 1,77,000 transfer to general P&L account, because we are having so many branches now. All branches profit consolidated at one place, then you can close the account. If the same problem, if you do final accounts method also, you'll be getting the same answer. Since he's not asking, that I am not taking up. If the same problem you take it as a final accounts, what will happen? Branch stock is at cost price, this 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 is at selling price, closing stock at cost price, then you'll be getting the answer. That gross profit will be getting. Branch P&L account, what is that you write? Only these two losses we should write. Loss you should write, loss in transit, and these two if you can write, you'll be getting the same answer. If you want, you can try. This is homework for you. You should ultimately get a profit of 1,77,000. So because of power issues, I'm concluding the class early. So we'll discuss in the next class. We start doing final accounts method. Nothing for us to discuss more, because from the examination point of view, independent branches are very, very important. I think these two methods you can do. Final accounts, you all are aware of it, doing it. And wholesale price method is like the same final accounts method that we can discuss. So maybe 2 to 3 classes time I shall be able to finish off, maximum 3 classes I shall be able to finish off dependent branches. Then around 3 classes I may need 2 classes for independent branches, 2 to 3 classes. So around 6 classes time we shall be able to finish off the inland branches, then we have to go for foreign branches. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you.